ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Andrea Mason, Victim to Victorious. So in part one of part two is preparing you for summer. The tricks and trades and strategies that I feel are significant for individuals when they are entering the summer season, as well as just having fun. So if you missed it, I'm going to put the link of the first video, part one, of talking about the significance and importance of health and wellness as well as nutrition during the summer days. And you can find all the content that you need to hear. Now, this part two is handling your families, your boredom, and your activities during the summer when the times they are changing. Now, in the former years before the world shut down, everybody was traveling. There was such thing as family vacations, staycations, people visiting family for a week or visiting friends for a week. So the question that I bring to you is, how are you keeping yourself occupied, productive, and busy during the summer months? For those closer to the equator, it is difficult to stay outside and do outdoor activities and still feel fit and not get bored. You know as well as I do, growing up, when people were bored, that's when trouble arose. So when we are in certain times of the year where the sun is extremely warm, where there's humidity, where there's poor air quality nowadays, as well as sun rays through the overcast months, and then just pure hot temperatures, we get bored. We stay indoors under the AC. Now, all in all, is that safe and well, because you don't want to overexert yourself in those extreme weather conditions of heat and humidity, but at the same token, you don't want to get bored or stuck behind a screen for extended period of times. Why? Because the body in motion stays in motion, and you want to be proactive as opposed to inactive. So what are some techniques that you can do at home that are fun, that the family can do, that you can enjoy, as well as get active? Well, one of the things, old school, dating myself, is we have Wii Sports, or you have all these games now, these video games, but where you are actually active. You're running, you're jumping, you're playing the virtual, what is it, virtual reality games where you're actually immersed in the game. This is what I do to get my heart rate up. We want to make sure that our heart rate is sustaining and that we are staying active and breaking a little sweat, because on those hot days you don't want to go outside. It's too hard on the eyes of the sun glare, the UV rays, and then the humidity in conjunction with that is difficult for individuals who have breathing conditions, as well as just being out for that exuberant amount of time. And overexerting yourself in the heat sometimes can either bring you to the hospital, and we want to avoid that at all costs. So one of the key tips is finding those video games, those virtual reality games where you're immersive and you're getting active. And if you don't have that, don't worry about it. The beauty of YouTube, you can do interactive, whether it's yoga, whether it's dancing, whether it's stretching, whether it's Zumba. There's a whole myriad out there where you can be immersed and staying active. That's one, by staying active and proactive as opposed to inactive. Now, if you have little ones under the age of 13 and younger, they get bored real quick. They want that instant, immediate gratification. So one of those conditions is taking a walk around your neighborhood that is safe with you in either the morning times of the day where it's not too hot at peak time, or twilight, depending where you are. Up here on the mountains, twilight wouldn't be a great time, maybe about an hour to 2 hours earlier. Get your body moving, get up, and even if it's just circling the block. For those of you who are in the city, going up down a couple of flights of your stairs in your apartment, that will definitely get your heart racing. Another thing is cyclists out there. They have these motorbikes that you can pedal. They have skateboards, scooters. Just make sure you're staying active, because for 6 to 8 months of the year, depending upon where you live, we're sedentary. It's either too cold out, the snow, or it's just darker, so people don't really have the energy and motivation that want to be out in the sun. So another opportunity would be just, doing some exercises at home. People do them from their chair. There's videos for that. We do board games. I know a lot of people aren't board game fans, but those are for the ones for the intellect. My family jokes, board games are boring. So we do each his own. Just make it fun. Just make sure you're up and moving around, because on those hot days where you're not outside, I've seen people do this. Drive yourself to the mall, window shop, only bring a certain amount, and create a budget for yourself and walk around the mall. Go upstairs, downstairs, take the stairs, if you will, or take the escalators and just circle around the mall. That way you're indoors, you're in air conditioning, you're around people, so you're not isolated, to avoid anxiety and depression. And if you do have high anxiety around people, still recuperating from the shutdown, or have, some concerns being around a lot of people, do these things in moderation and switch it up a little bit. Try to take a walk one time a day, and then if that's just go to the mall. If that's something, go to a track outdoors. If you like crowds of people, go to active places and just walk around there. Parks are a great opportunity if you're a lover of animals. Not only do you see nature, but you see people walking in the parks, and if you're like me, you say hi to their animals first. So get up and get active. Don't stay inactive, because inactive not only creates boredom, but creates problems and takes a toll on your mental health. I wish these tips have helped you. Yes, my shirt says princess, so I just felt a little frilly today. So thank you again. Thank you, my audience, for understanding for these double headers, as it is summer and I am reuniting with family and friends. So some of the double headers might be more often than none, but as always, I bring you daily content every day. Remember, in this crazy game of life, at any stage, any age, you have the right, the choice to choose to press play. Plan life according to you. My name is Andrea Mason, alumna of Dr. Les Brown. I have a multitude of playlists of, insight and tips on all different topics, and you can see some of my top radio, podcast, interviews, and TV segments to learn more. I look forward to connecting with you. Let's have a happy and safe summer, and for you on the other side of the equator or on the other world, happy winter. Enjoy your snow cones and snuggly snow babies, and I will see you in the next video. Be well. Ciao.